Ryota, if you don't mind, will you be my boyfriend for a week?
My name is Ryota. I'm a junior in high school. I'm a geeky introvert and everyone knows that. But right now, the most popular girl at my school, Saori, is asking me out. We lived in totally different worlds and shared nothing in common. This was an impossible situation. What a lame joke. I understood exactly what this was. I've seen this exact situation in the comics that I read. This was a dare to ask someone out that you would never want to go out with, and I was chosen as the target. Saori, she looks uncomfortable. It was quite obvious that she wanted me to say no. If she was going to play this prank, I would have hoped that she would at least try to put some effort into making it believable. But whatever, that just made it obvious for me to catch. So, as these things go, if I say yes, she'll have to date me for a week. Well, I guess I'll have to teach you to be careful when you play with fire. I didn't have to play along, but part of me wanted to get her back for screwing with me like that. So, I decided to do so. Sure. Why not?
Huh? Are you sure?
Just as I expected, Saori was confused. She could have at least pretended to be happy about it, but I pretended like I didn't notice any of it and just kept rolling the ball forward. I've actually had a crush on you for a long time too, Saori. You look just like my favorite voice actor, and I was hoping to get to know you better someday.
Huh? A voice actor?
Playing along with these pranks has its perks. I deserve to enjoy this a little bit too, don't I?
Do I sound like that person too?
No, not at all. Just your face. It must be quite awkward for her right now. It's one thing to be told that you look like a famous celebrity, but to be enthusiastically told that you look like someone that you don't even know must be an awkward compliment. Okay then, let's exchange numbers, Saori.
Yeah.
I could tell that she wasn't quite keeping up, but I just kept moving things forward. That's how I got the number of a girl for the first time in my life. Plus, even if it was only a week, now I could say that I've had a girlfriend. Another perk for me. Let's go out for a cup of coffee after this. I want to get to know you better.
Okay.
Saori seemed a little taken back. She must not have expected an introvert like me to be so aggressive. She probably doesn't want to, but going out on dates is probably part of her dare too. She must regret this already. We ordered our drinks, and I told her all about the voice actor that she looked like. She was feeling awkward. It was written all over her face. She just sat there, nodding in agreement, clueless that I was already onto her. So, obviously, I didn't hold back or try to adjust myself to her. I just spoke as I pleased. Do you watch any anime, Saori?
No, not at all.
If she did, she would see what I meant about how great that voice actor was. Her voice variations and acting skills were great, but she was also a great singer who performed live. Her songs are so great. Here, let me send you a link to a song that I recommend. Watch it when you have time.
Thanks.
Don't worry, it's just a normal song. It's not just another geeky anime song. You may have some prejudices towards anime and voice actors, but this might change your perspective.
I see.
Yeah, this might help you get a new understanding of a world that you never knew from scratch.
Yeah, I don't know anything about anime.
Well, I guess you'll have to see it to understand what I mean. I don't think you quite get what I mean yet.
Hey, you want to get out of here soon?
Yeah, we did talk for quite a bit already. Saori had reached her limit after hearing me talk about geeky topics for hours. Welcome to my world. It must have been painful for her. I felt great after talking about my passion for so long.
Morning, Ryota!
I was reading an anime-based novel in class when Saori greeted me. Oh, good morning. Unusual for you to greet me, Saori.
Well, we are still dating, right?
It had slipped my mind. I was satisfied after ranting about my favorite voice actor the day before, but she was right. We were dating for a week. Whoever it was that dared her was probably watching right now, so she had to act like my girlfriend. Oh, yeah, sorry. I just thought that it might have been one big dream or something.
After preaching to me for hours about your favorite voice actor, you're just gonna brush it off as some dream? I never even knew you could talk so much. I thought you were the quiet type.
Well, people just think I'm quiet because I usually have no one to talk to, that's all. So, You were pretty exhausted from all that. I was worried that you might be.
Well, you kept going anyways, huh? But there is something I should apologize about. Honestly, I looked down on anime geeks. I was pretty judgmental the entire time you were talking passionately about your interests yesterday.
I figured. Who would be excited to sit there and be preached about something that they aren't interested in at all? But the way I see it, that's her fault for taking part in such a stupid dare.
But I went home and listened to that song you recommended to me yesterday, and it was so good. It was such a touching love song. The melody and her transparent voice were beautiful. I only had time to see parts of it, but I thought that maybe I should give the anime a shot too.
Wow, it seems like your perspective really has changed. I was just joking when I said that, but it seems to have interested her more than I expected.
I would be willing to dip my toes into that kind of stuff.
The link I sent to her was my favorite voice actor singing the opening to an anime. The music video included some of the most iconic scenes from the anime, and honestly, it was a masterpiece in my eyes. What a weird feeling. No one has ever understood my love for these things before. From experience, I had assumed that anime geeks and non-anime geeks were just built differently. I'd never been able to pull someone in from the outside like this before.
Let me know if you have any other recommendations.
I was just planning on torturing her with my boring interests, but things took an unexpected turn. But at the same time, another possibility came to mind. Maybe she was pretending to be interested, so she could use it to make fun of me when the time came to pull the curtains back. If that was the case, that would be pretty maleficent. Maybe the dare had evolved from Saori having to endure a week as my girlfriend to a prank to make fun of me. What's going on here? The truth is yet to be known, but I reminded myself not to let my guard down. After that, I ate lunch with Saori and walked home with her, but that was about it. But whenever we talked, all I talked about was anime. She was probably sick of it because she only spent the bare minimum time with me. My week was almost up. The last weekend, I invited Saori out on a date. This will be my first and last date with her, so I decided to make it count.
Where are we going?
You'll see when we get there. To avoid her from skipping out on me, I kept our destination a secret. I didn't know her true feelings yet, but if she really despised anime geeks like me, this would be some pretty harsh punishment for her.
Is this?
It's quite normal for couples to come to these places together these days, so I thought it would be fun to come with you. Saori was pretty disturbed. Just as I imagined, Saori wasn't one of us yet, but I wasn't going to let her off either.
Hey, are we really going in?
Yeah, of course. It's a date, right? I pulled her hand and entered the restaurant.
Welcome home, master! Welcome home, mistress!
I brought Saori to a maid cafe, the holy land for anime geeks. This may be real punishment for Saori. Everything was so new to her, and she seemed confused. The maids showed us to our table, and we opened up the menu. What do you want, Saori?
You seem quite comfortable here. Do you come to these places often?
Once in a while. It's pretty unique, right?
Yeah, I've heard stories before, but wow, it's pretty overwhelming.
Are you uncomfortable?
No. I was surprised at first, but the maids here are so cute, and I never would have come to one of these places alone, so thank you for bringing me.
I thought she wouldn't like it, but Saori adapted to her surroundings immediately. She didn't seem nervous anymore. Well, I'm glad you like it, Saori. There are other ways of enjoying this place besides eating and drinking. You can play games with the maids. We might as well, right? Saori was fully on board, so we enjoyed the full experience together. We took a picture with the maid too. Now, I had a souvenir that I could hold on to even after our relationship was over. Finally, a week passed. I had Saori meet me. Your exhausting week is finally up, Saori.
What do you mean?
It was a dare, right?
Oh, you knew?
She seemed shocked for a second when I broke it to her. Well, it wasn't that hard to figure out. You'd never even talked to me before that day. What other reason would you have to ask me out all of a sudden like that? I knew it was a dare the second you asked.
Wait, but if you knew, why did you play along? Did you know that the dare was to get you to like me, and at the end to tell you that it was all a joke?
Yeah, I expected that, but I didn't want to go down without a fight. That's why I talked about anime the whole time and took you to the maid cafe. I was pretty sure you wouldn't like it.
Wait, so that was all to get back at me?
I can't believe you didn't even notice. Anyways, it wasn't much this time, but what if I really fell in love with you and became a stalker or something? Love can turn to lust pretty quickly, you know.
No, that wouldn't happen.
Well, I guess that's what I'd expect from someone who would think of such a stupid dare. I didn't harm you physically, but it was pretty stressful just listening to me, right? All I'm saying is, learn your lesson now, and stop with these stupid pranks. I broke up with her before she could break up with me. I played along to teach Saori a lesson, but now I could say that I dumped a girl because she had problems. I probably won't be able to make a girlfriend for a while, so I guess I'll have these experiences to point to if I need something to brag about. Life gave me lemons, so I made lemonade. I felt like mission was accomplished. A week has passed and I haven't spoken to Saori since. Looking back, I never found out who her conspirators were. I would have loved to have a long talk with the people that made Saori do this too, but at this point, all I could do was hope that Saori talked to them herself.
Hey, Ryota! Wanna go home together?
It's been a while since Saori spoke to me. I sighed deeply. Are you doing this again? Haven't you learned your lesson? I was disappointed, but Saori shook her head sideways.
This isn't a prank. This is my choice. I wanted to walk home with you.
Well, there's no harm in that, I guess. So, I decided to walk home with her.
Hey, Ryota, can I come over today?
Why?
You have a bunch of anime stuff at your house, right? Show me.
Are you trying to destroy my bedroom to get your revenge on me?
Oh, Ryota, how inappropriate.
Huh?
You want me to destroy you in your bedroom?
No, I said destroy my bedroom. You're saying that on purpose, aren't you?
Caught me.
Saori smiled at me jokingly.
So, can I come over?
I have a bad feeling about it, so no.
Hey, I was just joking. I was just hiding my embarrassment.
Hiding your embarrassment? What you just said was pretty embarrassing, just so you know.
I was planning on saying something more embarrassing.
More than that?
Oh, stop reminding me. You're just embarrassing me even more.
You should be.
Oh, just listen. Jeez.
Saori got all red and mad, so I decided to hear her out.
You might not trust me anymore, but I like you, Ryota. It all started as a prank, but I really fell in love with you.
I was listening to Saori very skeptically. Another prank, eh?
No, like I said, this is for real this time. You really scolded me after that last prank. You were really worried about me. I'm grateful for you, and I like you, Ryota.
You almost got me there. Is that your new approach to get me to like you?
Why won't you believe me? I'm serious.
Huh? Because you've lost my trust, Saori. I mean, I'm the introverted nerdy guy that gets targeted for stupid pranks that everyone looks down on. You say you like me now that I gave you a little pep talk. What are you, some masochist? It was painful to say it myself, but that was how everyone saw me. A little bit of good wasn't going to turn the tables for me. I knew that better than anyone.
You only know about yourself, Ryota. You don't know how I feel inside. How can you know my feelings for you, Ryota?
Saori's voice changed as she yelled at me. It was almost verbatim, the famous lines from my favorite anime that my favorite voice actress played. I froze in place for a second, and Saori gently smiled at me.
I told you before, but that song, the anime that you recommended to me, I love it too now. You may have thought that I was just playing along to entertain you, but this is really how I feel. That's another reason why I wanted to get closer to you.
I don't believe this. Yeah, I had spent a week preaching to her, but I didn't expect her to become an anime geek.
Ryota, I really regret doing something to betray your trust, but if you'll forgive me, I want you to teach me more about anime, not as your student, but as your girlfriend.
Saori approached me and gently kissed my lips.
Do you believe me now? You wouldn't kiss someone even if it was a prank, right?
Saori stood there, blushing. If this was all an act, she deserves the Grammy Award for Best Actress.
Ryota, I kissed you. So, you better not tell me that there's someone else that you like. I want to be your number one.
Whether or not she really liked me, I could really tell that she liked that anime. She had pretty much recreated the scene perfectly, so she must have watched it many times. Maybe it was me who was being judgmental. I didn't trust you because you tried to fool me once. If you can forgive me for that, I'd love for you to be my girlfriend.
Of course, Ryota. I'm not going anywhere anymore.
Saori kissed me again. Saori was one of the prettiest and most popular girls at my school. Now that my guard was completely down with her, her beauty just mesmerizes me.